In the quiet village of Meadowbrook, where rooftops wore thick blankets of snow and chimneys breathed gentle plumes of smoke into the twilight air, lived a young boy named Leo. In a world brimming with festive warmth, Leo's life was a simple, quiet one. He had little to his name, but he possessed a single, priceless treasure, a small wooden star, carved from the heart of a fallen oak branch. It had taken him weeks to make, his small, patient hands working the wood until it was smooth and perfect. It was more than an object. It was a companion, a keeper of his quiet dreams. On this Christmas Eve, as the world outside was a swirl of glistening snowflakes, Leo felt a familiar ache of loneliness. He walked through the village square, a river of joyful families flowing around him, their laughter echoing in the crisp air. His path, however, led him away from the lights to the edge of town, where the old stone chapel stood in silent prayer. He peered through a frosted window, and his eyes fell upon the nativity scene. It was humble, carved from the same simple wood as his star, but it was missing one crucial detail. There was no star above the manger to announce the Savior's birth. An unexpected sadness struck him, so deep it felt personal. He thought of his own small star, warm and familiar in his pocket. In that moment, all his loneliness, all his quiet wishing, focused into a single, clear thought. He knew what he must do. This was his gift to give. With a deep, steadying breath, he pushed open the heavy wooden door. The scent of old wood, melting wax, and frankincense greeted him like a gentle embrace. The chapel was a haven of stillness, lit by the flickering dance of a few dozen candles. At the far end, an old man with a kind, weathered face and a beard as white as the snow outside was carefully tending to the altar. This was Elias, the chapel keeper, for as long as anyone could remember. He looked up, his eyes full of a deep, peaceful wisdom, resting on Leo. "Good evening, my child," he said, his voice as soft as falling snow. Come in from the cold. What brings you to this quiet house on this most holy of nights?" Leo, suddenly shy under the old man's gentle gaze, could only stammer as he held out his small wooden star.
"The nativity. I saw it from the window," he whispered. "It has no star. I thought maybe it could have this one."
Elias moved closer and took the small star into his own wrinkled hands, holding it as if it were a precious jewel. He saw the careful craftsmanship, the love poured into the simple object. His eyes crinkled at the corners. "A gift from the heart," Elias said softly, "is the most precious and blessed of all offerings. It is the very soul of Christmas." He placed a reassuring hand on Leo's shoulder and led him to the front of the chapel. "Go on," he encouraged. "Place it where it belongs. It is your gift to the Christ child." With trembling hands, Leo reached out and gently placed his star atop the stable. It rested there, a humble addition. For a long moment there was only silence. Then a soft, warm light began to emanate from the star, a gentle, golden pulse that grew steadily, pushing back the shadows. The light spilled out from the star, no longer a faint pulse, but a steady, serene radiance. It bathed Leo and Elias in its golden warmth, then swelled to fill every corner of the ancient chapel. It poured through the stained glass windows, casting a rainbow of colors onto the pristine snow and sending a brilliant, silent beacon into the dark Christmas sky. In their homes, the people of Meadowbrook paused. A family around their dinner table looked up. A baker dusting flour from his apron froze mid-motion. Children about to be tucked into bed pointed from their windows. What was this light? It was not a fire, it held no alarm, only a profound sense of peace and wonder. Drawn by an unspoken call, they put on their coats and followed its source. One by one, then in small, quiet groups, they made their way to the old stone chapel. The doors opened to a scene of impossible beauty. The entire chapel was illuminated by the single humble star, now blazing with a holy light above the manger. The villagers filled the pews, their faces upturned, their hearts united in a shared, silent miracle. The small wooden star, a simple gift of love from a lonely boy, had brought the entire village together, reminding them of the true light of Christmas. Leo stood among them, no longer an outsider, but the very heart of the gathering. He had given away his only treasure, and in return had received the warmth and love of his entire community. In that quiet chapel, he finally understood the enduring miracle of Christmas, that in giving all we have, we receive more than we could ever imagine.